All right, let's dive into something I find fascinating. This idea of the social architecture of a wedding. What does that even mean? Well, it's all about turning every single event you host into its own little marketing machine. And the best part? It's powered by your guests. So let me just start by asking you this. What if your best marketers, the most effective people selling your venue, weren't actually on your payroll? What if they were, in fact, every single guest that walks through your doors? Think about it. The way we do weddings today has totally changed, right? It's not just this private, intimate little thing anymore. No way. It's become a public, digital story that gets broadcast out across all these different social networks for pretty much everyone to see. And that right there is the core idea. Your guests are already doing this. They're taking photos, they're sharing videos. That behavior is already a super powerful marketing channel. So the question isn't if they're going to share. The real question is, have you designed your venue to be the star of the show when they do?
Okay, so let's get into the power of all this guest content. I mean, why is it so special? The truth is, in a lot of ways, it's actually more effective than the professional marketing you're paying for. Just take a look at this comparison. I mean, don't get me wrong, your professional photos are amazing. They're polished, you absolutely need them. But the stuff your guests create, that has a totally different kind of magic, doesn't it? It's authentic, it's spontaneous. And here's the kicker, it's trusted. It just feels more real because it's coming from a friend, not some ad you scroll past. You know, this taps directly into this really powerful psychological thing called social proof. It's simple, really. When you see your friend having an incredible time somewhere, like at your venue, it's like a 5-star review from someone you trust. It sends this signal that your place is desirable, it's high value, and that's way more persuasive than any glossy brochure you could ever print. And this is how it works. It's this awesome loop that just keeps going. Guests capture these great moments, they post them online, then their friends and family jump in and engage with it, and just like that, boom. People who've never even heard of your venue are now seeing it in the best possible light. It's this fantastic organic marketing machine that just builds and builds with every single wedding you host. So, the big question is, how do you actually make this happen? Well, here's the secret. It's not about just getting lucky. It's about design. You can literally engineer your environment to make sharing feel like a completely natural, totally effortless part of the whole experience for your guests. And just to be super clear here, I'm not talking about sticking up some cheesy selfie wall or a giant obnoxious hashtag sign. No, this is way more sophisticated than that. We're talking about subtle environmental engineering, tiny design choices that not only make the guest experience better, but also make your venue just ridiculously photogenic. Really, it boils down to 3 key things. First up, you need recognizable features, right? Things that make someone look at a photo and instantly know, oh, that's that venue. Then you need what I call emotional focal points, those spots that are so beautiful people just can't help but pull out their phones. And finally, the secret weapon, great lighting. And let me tell you, lighting is everything. It is the undisputed king. Why? It's so simple. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is going to post an unflattering photo of themselves. Great lighting makes your guests look amazing. It makes them feel amazing. It makes all the colors of your venue just pop, and that makes them want to share. Bad lighting, it just kills that impulse in a split second. I love this quote because it just sums up the whole philosophy perfectly. The goal here is infrastructure alignment, not behavioral pressure. See, you're not trying to pressure your guests or force them to do anything. You're just creating the perfect environment where sharing these beautiful moments feels like the most natural, obvious thing in the world to do. All right, so what's the real payoff here in the long run? When you get this right, all these little individual moments, they start to add up. They build on each other, creating this really powerful thing we call the compounding visibility effect. Let's break this down with some actual numbers. Let's say your venue hosts, I don't know, a pretty standard 50 weddings a year. Just a solid, achievable number. 50. Okay, now, if you've done your homework and designed your space for sharing, every single one of those weddings could easily generate, say, 40 to 100 social media posts from the guests. And they're tagging your location, they're showing off how beautiful your venue is. I mean, you can do the math on that. All of a sudden, you're looking at thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of genuine, positive, digital impressions every single year. That's a marketing machine that's just running all by itself, and you haven't spent a single dime on ads for it. And this isn't just some flash-in-the-pan social media buzz either. This builds real, tangible, lasting value for your business.
Every time someone tags your location, every photo that gets indexed, it's like a little signal to search engines like Google that says, hey, this place is important. And over time, that's what helps new clients find you naturally when they start searching for a place to get married. But look, at the end of the day, all of this requires a pretty big shift in how you think about your business. It's really about adopting what we call the social visibility mindset. And if there's one thing you take away from this, let it be this. Your venue is not just a bunch of rooms and some pretty gardens. It's a stage. It is a social visibility environment. It's designed to be seen, to be shared, and to be remembered long, long after the party is over. When you really start thinking this way, the results are real and they build on each other. You end up with this amazing system for continuous organic marketing. You get more awareness in your community, and you create this incredible referral momentum that can last for years to come. So I'll just leave you with this final thought. The very next time you host a wedding, after all the music has faded and the guests have all gone home, just ask yourself one question. Did the amazing experience you worked so hard to create, did it just vanish into thin air? Or did you design an environment where its memory could actually live on, being shared and celebrated all across the digital world?